Hello there, this is the Magfish64, and welcome to part 4 of my Sonic Adventure Let's Play. Now, last time we just got to the egg carrier, and we were about to go to Skydeck.
This must be the way to the sky deck.
I feel like I already encountered this cutscene, but oh well. Wait, what the heck? Anyways, sorry I didn't make a part last time. I was not currently at home, I was doing something else. And, well, today I will try and make it up to y'all by attempting to finish the rest of Sonic's story. I'm not sure. If it takes too long, then I'll split it up, but today I'm gonna try and finish up Sonic's story. So, without further ado, let's go to Skydeck. This stage is also really cool. It's a little annoying in some parts, though. I love how you get launched out, though. Stage always looks cool. Remind me of, what level from Sonic Heroes? The Egg Fleet Zone. It looks like that. Except, I find the music in Egg Fleet Zone to be a lot better. Although it's still really good here, and I'm dead. Beautiful. I almost never die there. That was stupid. But whatever, can't blame the game for my own deaths. Unless it's by a glitch, but that wasn't by a glitch, so I won't blame the game for that one. Almost got 100 rings to get a new life. You know, scratch that, because now I only have one ring. Oh well. I don't really like this part because it reverses your controls. But hey, at least you get to moon climb backwards. So that's pretty cool. Dang, I'm doing horrible right now. Kinda ticks me off. Well, that looks a little weird. Okay, this time let's try not to die. Although I can't promise you that. Alright, this time we didn't die, so guess I should be thankful for that one. Alright, now we get to go to the next part of the level. One thing I always liked about Sonic Adventure was that it would always shift between different parts in the level. And I think it does this in every level, at least in Sonic's story. Where it'll shift to a different area, kind of like this. And it does it again in this level, which is pretty cool. Keeps things fresh. Unlike games like Sonic Forces, where you'd be lucky to get a level that's longer than 2 minutes. I was very disappointed by that game. It wasn't horrible, but I feel like they could have done way better. Of course, I'm not gonna go Sammy Classic Sonic fan, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed. to say the least. Got really lucky there. Sometimes I end up taking a lot of time on that part because you have to time it just right. I always like this part. You always go really fast and it's like, whoa. Alright. This part always looked cool. Not much in terms of gameplay right there, but, you know, cool nonetheless. Right here I usually just like to jump really far out so that I don't have to do all that platforming. You see, got checkpoint and it saves me a good 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, more like 30 seconds. If it took somebody 30 minutes to complete this level, then that would be sad. But speaking of completing this level, we are almost done, and yeah. So, here's the switch, and we have completed the level.
Yes.
And Tails is standing awkwardly in front of us.
Yeah, not bad.
If you plug in a second controller, then you can actually control Tails as well, but it's almost like in Sonic 2. He'll just get behind, and by that point you just be watching. At least the second player. The first player gets to play as Sonic and they get to have fun, while the second player gets to struggle in
Is that it?
frustration trying to keep up,
Check out the bridge.
because the camera stays locked onto Sonic and not Tails, which personally is fine. By the way, why are these things pink? I don't know why. Everywhere else in the game they're gray, but for some reason they're pink here. Whatever. If you spell out Eggman right here, you get to go to Chow Garden, but right now I don't feel like doing that. I just want to get done with the story. So let's go ahead and go in this area, and it'll take us outside. Loading, loading. Here it is.
Ha, they're too late.
Not the birdie.
Right here we get to engage in another one of the really great rival battles where you mash A until you win.
A chaos emerald. No way.
Be gone, all of you. This is
Be gone, thought!
Gamma.
I would try and do the best Be Gone thought, but that would involve potentially breaking my microphone. So I'm not going to do that. One of the longest falls ever.
Get rid of these pests. Show them what you've got.
Aye, aye, sir.
Here's another one of the easiest fights.
Disappoint me, or else.
You don't even really need rings, but, you know, might as well get some while we're here.
Stop it, Sonic.
Step
Step aside, Amy! Out of my way!
No! This robot is my friend! He helps me! Don't hurt him!
Okay. Whatever you say. You must have your reasons.
Hey, the ship is losing altitude!
After this cutscene ends, we have to transform the egg carrier back to its original form.
Well, what about you?
I'll find that Eggman.
Just figured I'd say something because these cutscenes are kind of dragging on, and I wanted to say something before things got too awkward. Alright, so we're back to gameplay. We unlocked E102 Gamma, so that's pretty cool.
If I'm to continue, I need to change this ship back to its original shape. There must be a switch somewhere on the bridge. I've got to find it now.
Oh, where is it on the ship? Maybe it is the building we are standing right in front of. Great hints. But of course, it's not just gonna be right here, we have to use the lightspeed dash. Ooh. But then we're already in the room. So just sit in the chair, let it go forward, and touch the switch. And then the ship transforms back to its original shape. Puzzles at its finest. But then again, Sonic games aren't known for puzzles, so
Resuming monorail operation.
really can't complain about the simplicity. It's about going fast. So now we just go across the bridge and see that purple person? That's big. It's foreshadowing what we'll be having to do at some point later on in the game. You probably already know what that is at this point. And there's Chaos with 6 Chaos Emeralds.
Not again!
And that's who we will be fighting right now.
Could this be the same beast?
Oh yes! Attack Sonic now!
Froggy? I must say Froggy!
If
Fun
he's your
fact,
friend, I'll help.
Big is voiced by the same person who
Just
did the
leave it to
voice
me.
to Duke Nukem, which is hilarious to think.
Now I have 6 of the Chaos Emeralds.
Two people you would never
More
think
left
of
to find.
in the same universe at all. Well, Sonic and Duke Nukem are not in
You
the
won't
same
get away with
universe,
this, you
but
madman.
just
I
something
will.
you wouldn't think
You're
about.
no match for Chaos, even though he's not perfected yet. Okay, Chaos. Destroy them all! Immediately!
Alright, this boss fight's pretty easy. We just have to throw these things at him. And we can actually charge this up and take out twice the damage.
Can't believe this!
Or so I thought. Maybe I didn't do it right.
No way! I can't believe this!
Alright, well it worked that time. Only problem is that it kind of
No way! I can't believe this!
costs you some life sometimes. Can we make it in time? No. I am royally sucking at this boss. Usually I can do it pretty fast, but I was messing around with the light speed dash and screwing up at it. So now we get to fight this boss slowly. But the music is good in this boss, so who cares?
No way! I can't believe this!
Hey, I'll
And the
play
song
you
was
some
just
other
about to get
time.
to my favorite part. And we finished it. Oh well. We beat the boss now, did we? So, doesn't matter. I'll probably play through the rest of Sonic's story here because we're almost done with it anyways.
I can't believe this.
They just decided to reuse that line in the normal cutscene.
Sonic! Hey there, Knuckles.
And he says that in another cutscene, I believe. The same exact clip.
Until we meet again, Sonic.
Stop! Come back here!
I love how it reuses. It has Sonic jumping off 3 times just to emphasize how big of a jump that he is making. But the delivery just kind of comes off as awkward. And here he falls down like paper. Completely unharmed.
Man. Where's this?
And here's the level we get to go to next, Lost World. Wait, do we have one of those flashback things? Hope not, because
That light.
I don't
think
really
it's trying
feel
to
like...
Show me something.
I think it's after this level, actually, so we may be having to go through one of those. Great, now we can play as Big. Which is something nobody wants to do. But either way, we get to go to another stage. So, yeah, whatever. After this level, there's one more stage. There's 10 in Sonic's story, so... yeah. And this stage is always really cool, especially the music. It's orchestrated, and I like orchestrated music, so it's pretty cool. It fits the theme of this level very nicely. Until you get hurt, that is. Oh. Missed the checkpoint. I don't even know how. This part's a bit annoying, though. It's just... it's not hard. It's just extremely slow. But, you know, you gotta get through it. I have my shortcuts, though. Sometimes. You have to activate 3 switches in order to go through this big door. Right here is one of them. Now I gotta get over to the next one rather quickly. Is that one of them? No. This one I just gotta be patient with. Really love the music in this game, though. Alright, here's a second switch, and if I make it over there in time... Yep. Now I can jump on the snake, and I can hopefully make it. Yeah, there we go. But for some reason the camera really loves to screw up around here. So... I guess not this time. Alright, we're good. I was afraid the camera was gonna screw up again. Now we're at the second portion of this level, which is where everything is dark. We gotta shine these lights on mirrors so that we can see up ahead. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Sometimes I tend to die on this part because I rush, and yeah, don't let that happen, because it'd be annoying having to reposition the lights every single time, but it appears that I didn't die this time, so yeah. Fine, there's a part like that in Sonic Adventure 2, in the Cannon's Core level. And it's very reminiscent of that part. It's very reminiscent of this part. And of course we can all tell what this is trying to reference. Indiana Jones, of course. Pretty sure everything has referenced Indiana Jones at some point. Okay, not everything, but lots of things have. Right here we have to shuffle around this puzzle so that we can move forward. Again, not hard, but if you fall all the way down, then you'll have to rearrange everything and make your way back up, which can be extremely annoying. So you can either be slow or just be extremely careful, because having to redo all of this is really annoying sometimes. Alright, so we're good there. Surprised I didn't get hurt right there. We're almost done with this level, just gotta do the slight speed dash, and there we go. And we are done with this level. Pretty cool.
Yeah, not bad.
We have 20 lives. I think this might be one of those flashback things. I think. I might be thinking of a different story.
Wow, what's this? A mural.
That's supposed to be perfect chaos when Chaos gets all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Foreshadowing. Yep, we have another... Well, we have one of the... what do you call it? Dream sequences.
What's this place? Where am I? This is really weird.
So let's go see what this is all about. Basically, everything is on fire, and bad things are happening. That's all you need to know.
Why? Why did this have to happen?
Because we have to have a reason to have a plot. That's why.
I must stop this now.
Alright, at least the dream thing is over with, because those dreams kinda just bore me. At least, when it's at that area.
What was that all about? I don't think I'm dreaming here. Hmm? Eggman!
It's an awful lot of moving of the face for Sonic just to be
What's he
saying
doing
Eggman.
here? Well, never mind. This time I'll get him good.
I find the voice acting actually pretty good when he says he'll get him for good. It actually sounds like he's angry. Alright, so right here I want to show you a really glitchy part of this game, and I can't believe they didn't think of this. So, normally, to enter, you go through here, right? Well, I found out that they actually didn't put any collision at all right here. Okay, well, you won't be able to directly walk, but if you spin dash, you can just spin dash right through and die. If you don't believe me, I can do it again. So, I'm going through here. Did I just spin dash through that? I'm not sure. See? If you don't believe me, I can do it again. See? Just spin dashed right through, and I entered the spawning zone, and I spawned inside of here. Beautiful. This game's good, but it's got problems. Alright, so this is the entrance to the 10th level, and in order to enter, we have to solve a puzzle by trying to open this thing. All of these have to be glowing yellow. And there we go. I usually just hit random things until it opens, because sometimes it's a bit finicky. But anyways, here's the final level, and then there will be a boss after this, of course. It's called Final Egg, aptly titled, because it is the final level of Sonic's story. There's another life to make up for my glitched life. This level, of course, is really cool as well. Trying to speedrun these levels. Okay, I'm gonna point out, when I say speedrun, I don't mean professional speedrunning. I mean just me trying out for fun, trying to get the best scores. But whenever I try and beat these levels as fast as I can, levels like this can be extremely annoying, especially with the conveyor belts, because you're trying your best to go as fast as you can, and you keep screwing up. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And now we're at the second part of the level, with extremely good music, of course. It's got some funky bass slaps, so I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. I approve. That's what I mean by the bass slaps. I'm just gonna take this way. I can avoid the life for now, and the camera is messing up. There's a life. I always like how Sonic is outrunning the camera here. It always looks cool.
Final egg. Level 2 isolation wall open.
Alright. If you go over here, there's a couple of things you can get. Rings and such. But we're gonna go ahead and continue on. At least I had that shield. Never mind. Just never mind. Alright. I always like this part because it's like you're falling and the camera is glitching and I am dead. One of the worst things is the camera in this game. I don't like it. But whatever. At least the camera isn't glitching right here. And and enter the spider thingy, and I was able to just pass right through the gate thingy. Now we're at the third segment of the level. Here's another life. This game is pretty generous when it comes to giving out lives. And here's these purple, well, pink-looking guys. They always look like those yellow-looking guys from Mega Man. You know, the ones with the hard hats. I think they're called Meteors? I don't know. That's at least how it's spelled. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, though. That thing, that pattern down there looks extremely trippy. I don't exactly remember this. Maybe I took a different path. I'm not sure. Oh. Got the speed shoes. Oh. Thanks, camera, for messing up my controls. If they ever decide to do another remake, and I know they did a remake with DX, but it didn't really fix the camera, just kind of the controls and being able to skip cutscenes and other added goodies. But if they ever decided to make like another remake of this game, one thing I hope they can fix is the camera, because that is probably my least favorite thing. Oh, here's these creepy looking doll things. Creepy doll is my favorite. I'm just gonna destroy those enemies so that... Alright, and here's pretty much the end of the level. Beautiful, this was the end, but I didn't land in the spawn zone, thus killing me.
Hey, let go!
Alright, let's just hope nobody comes to kill me. Alright, this time we didn't die, and I beat the level. So,
Yeah, not bad.
now we get to fight off the boss, which is the Egg Viper. I'll let y'all see that. I always like this cutscene though, even with the bad voice syncing, still very cool. Or as some would say, edgy.
Well, if it isn't my pal Sonic, I'm surprised you.
That extremely low poly Eggman in the Egg Viper looks pretty hilarious though. If you watch the Boundary Break episode on this game by She Says, I think that's his YouTube channel, but he has a show called Boundary Break where he takes the camera around in games and looks all around. You can tell that the model of Eggman right there is extremely low poly and it's hilarious. He just looks like a puppet. I encourage you to check out his channel. He makes way better videos than me. So, yeah. Anyways, we're at the final boss for Sonic's story at least. When it comes to the rest of the game, we've got a long ways to go.
Get a load of this.
But, anyways.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
Alright. So, got,
Take this.
when does that ever happen? Sometimes this game just likes to do really weird things and not lock on properly. Very bothersome to me. I'm hoping that doesn't happen while I'm at the end of the boss. Because it's something you really don't want to happen.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
Alright. Didn't happen that time, so I assume it won't happen again. I've never had that happen to me. Where it, like, fails to homing attack while I'm right there. But, oh well.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
I bet I can.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
He really loves to say that in the final bosses for Sonic and Tails. Get a load of this.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
Whoa! He also likes to say that.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
And here's where the pace of the boss changes. Time for a change of pace. Shadow the Hedgehog reference.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic. Get a load of this.
Oh. I was not expecting that, and I feel ashamed of myself. God dang it. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. One thing I absolutely hate about this boss is if you mess up, you gotta start it over, and this boss is just so slow.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
Alright, there we go. You never want to rush that part, because sometimes if you do it too fast, your homing attack will fail on you, and you will fall.
Get a load of this.
And if there's one thing you don't want to do, it's having to start over on this boss.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. See if you can make it through here, Sonic. Get a load of this.
Alright. So, note to self, never let your guard down, even when you think he'll stop doing those attacks. So, yeah.
It's no use. Give up.
I swear to God. Ugh. I'm doing horrible.
Get a load of this.
Usually don't do this bad on this fight. Only when I'm trying to do it on
See if you can make
recording,
it through here, Sonic.
I decide to do bad.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Gotta get that last ring, or else I'm gonna go insane.
See if you can make
At least we're not playing a game like Castlevania 3, or else you'd actually be seeing me get angry.
Get Get a load of this.
That's one way to make me not sound so boring. Just play an extremely frustratingly hard game. Like Castlevania 3. Because then you'll actually probably hear me get a little angry. For me right now, this is more of an annoyance. Because I'm just dying on little things, but I know I'll eventually be able to get past it. Games like Castlevania 3, I'm not sure I'd actually be able to beat in general, because that game is extremely hard. Now the first one, I can beat that game. It took me a long time to beat the first time, but I was eventually able to beat it. Except my copy likes to freeze when there's too many enemies on screen, so you gotta kill all the enemies before the game decides to freeze for some random reason. I looked it up and it said some early copies of the game decide to freeze when there's too much enemies on screen. So yeah, but we're back to speed on this fight,
No way! I can't believe this!
which is good. Granted, I don't die.
All systems full.
This is where I always get tense in this fight, because I always think, you know, he keeps destroying more of your land.
It's no use. Give up.
Alright, we only got one more hit to take out of him.
He's not gonna get away with it. It's no use. Give up.
Alright, that's the last hit, but if you don't dodge this attack, then you could risk having to do the entire fight again, so
Watch out. He's up to something.
you have to be careful right here. When I was younger, this part always scared the crap out of me because, well, I don't have to be scared anymore because I just avoid the attack, but if you don't avoid it, then you could risk having to redo the fight over again, which is something you don't really want to do. But I avoided it, so there's no need to worry about that. But what we just now did was we beat Sonic's story right here. As soon as the Dreamcast finishes loading, but it's right here. Eggman's defeated, but not entirely because we have different stories in the game. Now I will say something about the stories. The stories kind of connect together and occur during another character's story. It's kind of, you can tell because a lot of the same events happen in the other stories, but some of them take place after or before some of them, as you can tell in stories like Gamma's. It kind of takes place during Sonic's and after. It's kind of hard to explain, but hope you know what I mean. Yeah, do the finger waving thing you do at the end of games. But yeah, either way, we'll be doing all the other stories now that I've done Sonic. I'll probably do Tails next. But yeah, that was Sonic's story, so I don't really have too much else to say, but I'll let you enjoy the credits if you enjoy that kind of thing. The music's always really good. But yeah, I'll probably turn off my microphone and just let you listen to the rest of this. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Magfish64, and I'll see you in the next episode, probably Tails story. So yeah, enjoy the credits.